Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Law Talk with Tone. I just wanted to give you a quick update to the Ashley Elkins story. I did that a few days ago. Um, First, let me start off by asking, how are you guys doing on this Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, whatever time zone you guys are in? Hope your Sunday is going great. But yeah, a few days ago, I did a story to Ashley Elkins, the mother of two who went missing back in January of this year. She's from Warren, Michigan, Warren, Detroit, Michigan. Um, And I did pretty much the background of what happened, but now we're going to shift gears into the ex-boyfriend who's already in custody. The suspect's name is DeAndre Booker. The ex-boyfriend's name is DeAndre Booker, who's currently in custody right now at the Macomb County Jail for the murder of Ashley Elkins and disappearance. Her body has yet to be recovered. It's not yet to be recovered. And I do want to share a few court appearances that he had so far up to date. He has a preliminary hearing coming up on August 1st. And I believe August 6th and August 8th would be his preliminary days. I'm going to cover those as well. But before we get into the preliminary, I'm going to show you his arraignment and also his probable cause hearing. Now, just to give you guys a quick background of what those possibly are, because not everybody is in the criminal justice field. That is my major at this current moment. I am pursuing my bachelor's in criminal justice and master's both. So yeah, pretty much an arraignment is just your first court appearance. The judge will tell you what charges you have that you have pending against you, and you'll have the opportunity to enter a plea. And this is also the hearing that bail is discussed, whether or not bail will be granted. As far as a probable cause conference, a lot of people hear that term being used interchangeably. This is a pretrial step for felony charges, pretty much. The prosecutor must show enough evidence to convince the judge that there's probable cause for the case to proceed to trial. So they don't need to show much, but just pretty much a few pieces of information in so many words. So those would be the distinctions between an arraignment hearing and a probable cause hearing. And what I'm about to show right now, I believe, will be first the arraignment hearing, which took place back on January 9th of 2025 of this year. And this was his very first court hearing. It's not very long because these type of hearings are not usually long. They usually get straight to the point and let you know, the next step from there. But I believe I have about one or two more videos. And I think these are his probable cause conference hearings. And I'm just going to play them both because they're not very long videos, but I am going to separate the two and discuss what happened. So first, I'm going to get into the arraignment of DeAndre Booker, the ex-boyfriend of Ashley Elkins, the mother of two who went missing earlier this year. So just give me a quick second, guys, to get this pulled up for you. All right, so I hope you guys can see it. You guys can see my screen. Great. So I'm going to play this video for you guys.
Calling case number 25329FY, People versus DeAndre Booker.
Your Honor, Randall Kane appearing as arraignment attorney on behalf of DeAndre Booker. Mr. Booker, state your name for the court, please.
DeAndre Booker. And thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Steve Fox on behalf of the people.
All right, and Detective Les France, can you please go to the table next to Mr. Kane? Mr. Booker, did you talk to Mr. Kane today?
Yes.
Did he go over your rights with you?
Yes.
Did you understand all of those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any questions regarding your rights?
No.
All right, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for purposes of arraignment. With regard to bond, we'll start with Mr. Kane.
Your Honor, Mr. Booker is 32 years old. He's in custody on this charge. He states he is not employed. He lives at the same address He also states he's not on probation or parole. I'd recommend a reasonable bond in this matter.
All right, and Mr. Fox.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Obviously, we're here on a 4-year felony for lying to a peace officer on a violent crime investigation. This is, of course, as Your Honor is aware, involving Ms. Elkins. And the court is to consider MCR 6.106F and MCL 765.6, a number of factors. I'm going to hit on a few if you don't mind. The first is the protection of the public. The underlying matter, although not the charge specifically, but the underlying matter obviously involves a crime of violence, potentially. We are still seeking Ms. Elkins. The defendant, we suspect and believe, may know where she is. And a concern is her safety if, God forbid, the worst has not happened yet. So with respect to that, Judge, I believe that there is a risk to the public specifically if she were still alive, and that's what we're all hoping for, of course. The other is the defendant's risk of non-appearance and the likelihood of conviction. Likelihood of conviction, Judge, the defendants made several material factual misstatements to Detective Lasprence and recited those to the court during the course of the initial swear to. The defendant was aware that we were investigating a missing persons report. He was aware that there was some belief of his involvement. He made misstatements about both his location as well as Ms. Elkins and how she may have left his vehicle, left his apartment complex, all of which we can demonstrate by objective evidence and video evidence to be false. So there's a high likelihood of conviction on these cases, on these matters. And then last and most importantly for the court's consideration, I think at this point, is the probability or improbability of returning for trial. We have a history that includes charges at least. We do not have the disposition, but we did recover a DD-214 from his time in the U.S. Army. It looks like in 2016, he was charged with a couple of matters, including larceny of private property, and more importantly, fraudulent ID documents. And then in 2017, he was charged with desertion or the absence without leave, going AWOL from the Army. Ultimately, he was discharged less than honorably, although it was not a dishonorable discharge. He was discharged from the Army in a less than honorable means or manner. We know that after the conversations, before the conversations that Detective Lasprence, but we believe after the underlying events of this case, he fled from Macomb County, went to Flint, where he was apprehended and brought back to Roseville. And we know that during that time, while he was in Flint, he accessed the internet to search for such things as fastest routes from Flint to Ohio, what to do on the run, is blood traceable, how to beat a polygraph, and deleting Google history. So Judge, I think by his own words and his search history, by his prior conduct, and by what is frankly at stake in this particular matter, he's of significant risk of flight. With that, I would request a significant bond. I'm asking for a $500,000 cash surety bond, no 10%, and that a steel cuff GPS tether be attached should he make that bond.
All right, Mr. King, anything further from you?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Detective Lasprence, is there anything you wish to add?
No, ma'am, not this time.
All right. As Mr. Fox indicated, there are many things the court has to look to with regard to setting bond and determining bond. This court looks most closely at the risk of harm to the public and the likelihood of the defendant's appearance in court. I will note for the record that this matter is currently charged as a 4-year felony. I will also note for the matter that while Mr. Fox did point out several instances from the defendant's time in the military with regard to any sort of matters that came up with regard to larceny or desertion, that there is no other criminal history presented. But that being said, the matter being investigated does involve a missing person, which is a very serious matter. And the court takes very seriously that the allegations being made are that the defendant is lying to a police officer regarding material facts about a missing person at this time. That gives the court great concern about the risk of harm to the public and the likelihood that the defendant will make sure that he appears in court for both this matter and any potential further charges that may be brought by the prosecution. At this time, the court is going to assess a bond in the amount of $250,000 cash surety, steel cuff tether prior to any release. The PCC date in this matter will be January 22nd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. on Zoom in front of Judge Bodecker. The exam date will be January 29th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. in person in front of Judge Bodecker. I have referred the matter to the Office of the Public Defender for appointment of counsel at this time. If the defendant does retain counsel, that counsel can send in a substitution of attorney. Is there anything further from any party?
I apologize, Judge. Just one clear, you indicate steel cuff tether, that is with G, that's correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further from the people, Judge.
Anything
Nothing
further,
further.
Mr. King? Okay, you guys are all set today. Have a good day.
Okay, guys. So we just got done watching DeAndre Booker's arraignment hearing. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to find his probable cause hearing. It is kind of difficult because everything is not in chronological order on YouTube, unfortunately. So just give me about 1 or 2 minutes, please. Sorry about this, folks. I thought I saw this video. Give me 1 second. But yes, this case is going to trial. It will be going to trial August 1st, August 6th, and August 8th for the 3 preliminary date hearing. I do want to be, I may not be able to be in the courtroom, but I will cover the case and try to get the transcripts for those as well. But yeah, pretty much what we learned from the arraignment is that he's got a $250,000 bond. He's still under remand, meaning he's still behind bars. He can't afford the bail, pretty much the bail amount. I'm just trying to find, it was like a video. It wasn't a long video. I hate when YouTube be taking things down though, like especially when we're trying to figure out what's going on with certain cases, because it's like it is relevant to know the whole, to put the pieces together. They just keep taking stuff down and shit, you know. Oh, folks. I do hope that he does end up talking though, because he only knows where she's at. But I believe they did search the landfill that she may have been dumped in. So but they did not find her, I believe, after about a week or two of searching. I can't find his probable cause hearing for some reason, and it's only like 3 to 4 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I don't want to keep you here on this Sunday. I'm gonna try to do some more research on my end. I'm gonna find his probable cause hearings, and I'm gonna go ahead and react to those and post them, guys, for you, just to break those down and tell you what's going on. But pretty much his arraignment, he has no bond, $250,000 bail. They were pretty much discussing what evidence they showed, him lying to the police officers about certain events that they asked him. They also have his Google search history on, his blood traceable. They caught him trying to flee from one city to leave the state. So they pretty much, combined all that together and say, yeah, we're not going to give you bail because of these incidents that has occurred around this event of Ashley Elkins going missing, which is a good thing for him, which is the good thing for us. So bad thing for him, but good thing for us that he's not out. But the next video that I will cover will be his probable cause hearing, if I can find it, and it's not going to be long. I was trying to find it all in one video. Give me 1 second. It was just in June, so I don't see how you can't find it. I'm searching, you guys. Sorry if you don't hear me talking. You probably hear the birds chirping in my background because I got my window open right now. But I'm just trying to find this video for you. Okay, I can't find it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do my research on the back end and get back with you guys. But I appreciate you guys for pulling up to this video. Stay tuned for the next one because I'm gonna go ahead and drop that one later on for you. You guys have a good day.